Hello, welcome to the Capital Forum. This is Ramesh Khurana, attorney at law. I have my office in Gaithersburg. Today, I have a great privilege to introduce a new face on GTV, and he's a very famous CPA. His name is Adil Baloch, and he has his office in Montgomery Village, Gaithersburg, Maryland. So, welcome to our studios, Mr. Baloch.
Thank you very much.
I'll be calling you Adil for the sake of simplicity.
Sure.
Now, will you please tell what's the name of your accounting firm?
Our firm is called Accurate Records and Tax Services. We're literally across the street from Lake Forest Mall in the Montgomery Village area.
So, when you say accurate records, so that means you really make sure that all tax records are kept accurately.
That's the idea. That's what we try to do as much as possible, which is actually in the interest of not only us but the clients, and keeps it simple for everyone. Keeps the business simple. Keeps life simple at the end.
I like it. It's really indicative of what kind of practice you provide to your clients. Now, tell me, how long have you been in taxation practice?
The practice, actually, I myself personally have been out there since 2001, early 2001, but the office was set up initially in Gaithersburg area along 355 route back in 2006. And then the same office was moved to Montgomery Village in 2011. So we've been out there, at least this office, we've been out there for about 9 years now.
Wonderful. So can you tell me what kind of areas of finance and tax related issues you take care of in your office?
We deal with a whole host of different clientele, going from high net worth individuals to businesses, corporations, partnerships, states, trust, you name it, we pretty much deal with it. We even help some people pro bono doing their taxes. People who qualify for earned income credit, we help them maximize their credit and get the maximum back, which is available to them, that the law provides. So we go from one extreme to the other. We pretty much cover everything.
So basically you are providing your services to the individuals and corporate clients and charitable organizations, not-for-profit organizations?
Everything pretty much.
And the most exciting thing which I heard from you is that you provide pro bono services to those people who are unable to provide for your services. Now that's a great thing you are doing. Now can you tell me about your qualifications?
I have a bachelor's in accounting, Bachelor of Science in accounting. I also have a master's in computer systems management. Other than that, obviously, I'm a certified public accountant. I got my license in the state of Maryland. I reciprocated that license to DC and Virginia. I was in Texas for a while as well. I used to have offices in Houston and Dallas, but I found it to be a little overwhelming, so we wound that down, and now we're only in Maryland. In addition to the CPA certification, I also have another certification called Certified Tax Resolution Specialist,
which is CTRS.
CTRS. As you probably can tell just by the name, CTRS, the purpose of having CTRS designation is to learn the tricks of the trade, wherein you help people whose issues or problems have gone beyond their control, either with the IRS or with the state, any state. What we do is we help them try to find some kind of resolution to their tax problems. And as they say, every tax problem has a solution. And we go out there.
It's a unique problem.
It's a unique problem. It's beyond their control now, and they usually don't know what to do at that point, and the law provides a whole lot of benefits to them out there that they might not be aware of. The Taxpayer Bill of Rights, not too many people are aware of. The Taxpayer Advocate Services, not too many people are aware of. So when it comes to that, we come in and we help those people and try to find a solution for them and get them out there. The CTRS designation is actually provided by American Society of Tax Problem Solvers. There's about 196 as of yesterday. There's about 197 registered CTRSs in this country.
Oh, wow.
In the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area, I'm one of the six. There's 6 of us in this area. There's
Oh,
not too many.
congratulations.
Thank you
Wonderful.
very
That's
much.
a great achievement.
Thank you.
So, so you mean that CTRS really comes handy to you in resolving some of the complex issues which corporate clients or individual clients may face. Like you said, when things go beyond their control.
Correct.
Then
Correct.
you look for innovative solutions to those kinds of unique problems.
Correct. Actually, let me give you an example. The complexity, as you know, you being an attorney, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with bankruptcy laws. Not too many people know that there's a certain kind of IRS debt that actually goes away with bankruptcy. When you tell people, nobody believes because they say the taxes are until you die, but that's not necessarily true.
That's the general perception.
That's a general perception,
Right.
correct.
It goes with your death.
Correct, that's right. But when you look at the tax law in light of the bankruptcy proceedings, there are certain provisions provided under the law. Now, granted, they're very complex provisions. You have to be very careful with the deadlines and statutes and all. But when you get to that point, you are actually able to get rid of some of the IRS debt with your bankruptcy proceedings as well. And that is something that only a CTRS will probably be able to help you with. Not too many people are either aware of it, or it's something, it is a specialization within a specialization that not too many people are familiar with, so they really, they hardly ever touch it.
No, I agree with you, Adil, when you say that tax laws are very complex. In fact, I know that tax laws, the security laws, and immigration laws, these 3 types of laws are so complex. And I think people really need the help of professional to resolve those issues. Now, one thing interesting I find when I ask you, tell me about your education, you said that you have done bachelor in accounting and then master in computer science. So I'm sure your knowledge about the computer must be coming handy to you in some ways when you are working with the IT companies. Of course, knowledge of computer has got nothing to do with the accounting concepts, but still, if you know something more about the industry, then probably you understand the nature of the industry profile and you can offer better solutions.
Sure.
Am I correct?
Sure, absolutely. Let me give you a couple of examples of how my master's degree has come in really handy with my career, with my profession, where I am
That
today.
will be interesting.
There was a few years ago, if you still remember, there was a big thing at both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac where the calculations were incorrect and securities and T-bills and this and that, and just a few small journal entries made a difference of trillions of dollars. I was part of a team that actually built the general ledger engine for Freddie Mac. It was about a $118 million project. I was the subject matter expert, manager level subject matter expert of that team that not only provided the guidance from an accountant's perspective, but I also provided guidance from my database background because we were going from one extreme to the other. These were all legacy systems and not too many people were familiar with what was out there, how database had progressed, and what kind of solutions were available that actually were secure. Now that was then, that is almost 10 years ago is what I'm talking about. Today, in my own practice, I have clients in Apple Valley, California, Bullhead City, Arizona, Mayfield, Kentucky. I provide them services from Montgomery Village. They work with us as if they work in our office. They have a very secure portal available to them that they log in from anywhere in the world, and they're good to go. They have access to their records 24 hours a day, and that just because my master's degree actually gave me that interest and that knowledge, and I have been, to some extent, I've been able to put the two together, and I've been able to provide that kind of service to people that really do not have to walk into my office or deal with the day-to-day traditional accounting stuff. It's their stuff, it's their accounting office. Even though we're working for them, it's their office. They can walk in anytime, they can log in anytime. So they have instant access to everything.
Something interesting, Adil, you told that although your office is in Montgomery Village, Gaithersburg, Maryland, and still you practice in several other states. Now, how do you manage clients' expectations while sitting in one particular state and then addressing the issues which are faced by different clients?
That's a pretty big challenge, actually. Yes, you're absolutely right. The good thing about it is that one thing that that we found in the past to be an issue was when you transfer data from your client to yourself, or the client is supposed to provide you something and you're having issues getting the data, the timely information, providing them records in a timely fashion, is something that we call live bookkeeping, where you actually have access to your instant data as you work, as you go on the fly. We always had issues. We were always behind the 8 ball. We always tried to stay afloat. We always tried to do the best we could, but we always found ourselves to be behind. Even if it's for a day, we were always behind. But now, since the client, now obviously there's training involved, we bring the clients up to speed. We show them how it's done. We provide an on-site training. We go out there, we show them how it's done and all. Once they understand it, it's a very simple process. When they understand it, they are usually glad to see what they see. And then even though it looks like we're doing the work, they are contributing equally as well, and they don't even realize, and that's okay. Did we just do the accounting for you? You say, yeah, you just did the accounting for us. So that's how it is, and that's how they feel comfortable, because it's just that thought, that comfort zone that they feel to be in, where they actually can log in anytime and they have access to their own data, and we're sharing it simultaneously. It actually becomes very easy when you receive the information in a timely fashion. It actually is very easy to provide the service that you promised to your client.
You know, Adil, we were talking about managing clients' expectations. I'm very sure that you and your team must be working long hours, especially when we are talking about the time difference when you are handling your business in other states. Now, let me ask you one final question. Now, do you have international clients as well, like in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh?
We do have some military personnel that are based in countries outside of the United States. Exact same thing. They come to our secure portal. They actually love it. They load stuff up. We download it. Their work is done, and and they have been with us for years now, and we always get some really glowing commendations from them pretty much every year once their work is done, because even to this day, even though they've been with us for so long, to this day, every year, this is something new for them. So, wow, it's got done. So yes, we do have people that are outside of this country, and the level of service that they get is no different than what somebody in Gaithersburg would get.
Wonderful. Let me ask you a question. Let's say that if a person living in Pakistan, he wants to come to the US and set up his business here, so would you also help that client in setting up the businesses and meeting the accounting needs?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we even provide the business plan part of a visa application. If somebody is interested in coming to this country and set up their business under several treaties or whatever the programs are, we do work with attorneys. We provide as I said, the business plan part. We provide them the guidance. We do the necessary paperwork for them. Just the business part, not the legal part, obviously. We go to an attorney, somebody like you, to take care of that part. But yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, we have done quite a few of those over the years as well.
Very interesting profile. You know, we can go forever asking you questions about that. And I think the cameraman is suggesting our time is over, so we have to wrap it up. But again, welcome. What is new on GTV, and I would like to just give a final word of advice to the audience. Whenever you have a complex accounting matter, talk to your competent CPA or a CTRS, as the case may be, so that you can take care of assistance of the innovative accounting solutions. Thank you very much for being with us, and thank you very much, Mr. Baloch. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much
for coming on the Capital Forum.
I appreciate it.